So through C12, I started building up my community, and some of you guys might know. There's Danny, there's Ian, there's Brooks, Devin, Alan, and there was a couple other people that came with us one day on a camping trip. In this camping trip, my idea was, we were just gonna kind of walk up to the top and pray. Well, we get there, and Brooks has a completely different idea than I do. We actually crawl down and climb down to the bottom of this mountain, and we're hanging out. It was an awesome time. We hung out at the waterfalls, took some pictures, and then we came back up, and once we get to the top, we start reading our Bibles, hanging out. And in that moment, something really clicked and God really pressed into my heart. I remember in that moment, I was praying that God would break every chain in my life. And one of those chains that probably had the tightest grip on my life was a girl. And there was one specific moment where I told the girl that I cared about that I wanted to live my life through Christ. And she actually told me that we all saw how that happened last time and it didn't work out. And right there, it was just a shocker. God was like, you don't even need this woman. Like, why do you even stick around? Go to where I have people for you, that want to build you up, that want to help you in your walk. And in that moment, I knew that I had a new community and a new friendship that started to be built by God.
The first time I met JoJo was at 12 Stone at C12, and one of my friends introduced me to him.
Of all people, Ian, he was like, so JoJo, you're talking at house church this Thursday? And I was like, dude, house church is canceled, bro. Like, don't tell anyone. And he goes, is it really? I was like, no, bro. Like, I'm just nervous. And he's like, hey, Aaron.
He had told me previously that this guy was interested in me.
I was like, man, I would date her. I would date this woman.
So I kind of knew in the back of my head.
And he's like, hey, Aaron, do you want to go listen to JoJo speak Thursday? And she goes, I would love to. She talked about making me nervous. And I was like, great. The girl that I care about, I like, who has no idea, is about to come listen to me talk about God for the first time.
I heard his testimony at house church, and he opened up to me more about his previous relationships. And it honestly got me a little nervous, but one thing he mentioned was that the girl was always the center of the relationship and what he could do for her. And something he wanted in our relationship, it was different because he wanted to make God the center of everything. And something in his past was that he used to find his identity in baseball. Now, like in college in this past year, he's really thought a lot about that and how God is his center now, and how God's not only influenced his life, but how JoJo can influence his college and his team.
First thing I ever heard JoJo say was, my name's JoJo, I'm a pitcher, and I like girls.
So my baseball team always knew me as a ladies' man.
When I first met him, he was an I like girls kind of guy. And through time, I've seen him really grow. He's developed a heart for the people around him.
So in my community, I knew my friendships had to change, especially with my teammates. I started wanting more for them than from them.
Anyone he can try and affect, he's trying to get them near the Word of God, show them the Word of God, and be an example.
Just to see him going from just like a partier and like an I like girls kind of guy to inviting people to church and like encouraging other people on the baseball team to come to church, like that really impacted me.
So with my baseball teammates, I wanted to be with them when they succeeded on the field, but also off the field. So I started inviting them to C12 and really wanted to start being not only on the GGC team, but also on God's team, and being as eager to put on a Grizzly uniform as putting on God's uniform and living life every day through him.